Okay, everyone, behind that phone call that is coming through. Look like we're excited. We're here. This is Jeopardy Noir with the Black Archives History and Research Foundation. Hello, I see Miss Brainan and Nikki. I'm gonna try to see the different names of people that are on. So I'm looking back and forth between both cameras, trying to make sure that everybody kind of see me, see the screen, see everything that we have. So we're going to play just a bit of trivia. We're practicing the social distancing thing. And we want to, in a sense, still stay active, still give people an outlet that like history buffs. We started on Monday. What is it true? Then we had Moments in Black History on Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. Weekly we're going to give a Jeopardy style or a trivia style moment so people can kind of test their history. I know many of you will probably be using that Google, but we definitely look forward to getting the interaction. The way this is going to work is that you're going to type in the answer. You want to type in the answer, and the first person that type in the answer, whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on Instagram, we may have prizes that we may be able to mail out to you. We are definitely encouraging from the board of directors and the staff of the Black Archives that everyone remain safe. I'm broadcasting from the Black Archives History and Research Foundation, where I'm the only one here. I've been coming to work very safe, practicing safekeeping here. My other staff is broadcasting from their homes. So we just want everyone to stay safe. And let's get ready to get into this this history, this Jeopardy Noir. So I hope you got your thinking caps on. I hope can everybody hear me clearly? I did unplug the mic when I flipped it. Just want to make sure anybody on Facebook, if you can comment, make sure that you can hear me, as well as anybody on Instagram, if you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me. Again, we're broadcasting live on Facebook. Good. Thank you, Miami Gardens now, and Miss Brainan. So we're going to get started. I hope everybody can see the screen, that you can see what we're going to get started. I'm going to go, it's kind of weird because I had to reverse everything. All of the slides, I had to reverse them so that you can see it actually on your screen. So is it coming out where you can actually read the screen? Because when I look back, I'm seeing it in reverse. But is it clear? Can somebody tell me, can you read what's on this screen? Jeopardy Noir. Okay, Alicia is saying yes. Great, great, great. I see you, Javelin, over on Facebook. So we're going to get started. So the first person to answer these questions, we're going to move, and hopefully I got several amount. We can make this happen. So we're going to go here. I think I need to move going to move this back just a little bit. Move the microphone cable back so that you guys can see it. Good. Can you? Okay. This states the slave trade was a voluntary migration of African peoples to the United States. Was a slave trade. Hey, Kalea Dixon, good to see you. So, Mr. Brainan said it was false. I see Oscar JB1 was the first to answer, said it was false. And let's see. That answer is false. So let's give that up. Make 1 point to Oscar JB1. That was false. We're going to move on to our second question. Who was the first African-American major baseball player? Who was the first African-American major baseball player? Who has it? Who has it? Who has it? No one. The first African-American Major League Baseball player. I see Musadik. Hey, Musadik, glad to have you on, brother. Jackie Robinson, Oscar JB1 said Jackie Robinson. That is true. The answer is Jackie Robinson. Move to the side so I can read the screen. Okay, I'm trying to, it's kind of weird, Facebook, because I'm going to try to move back, because if I move out of the screens, I'm not being seen on Instagram. So yes, Jackie Robinson is the answer. Let's go on to the next answer. What university is the only HBCU in South Florida? What university is the only HBCU in South Florida? The clock is ticking. What university is the only HBCU in South? Somebody put Flomo. Oh, who is that? All right, Musadik. Musadik got the answer. Flomo, Florida Memorial University is that answer. Shout out to Musadik at House of Wings. Still staying open and have his workers there daily. Thank you, Musadik, for the lunch that I've been receiving while I've been working here at the office. Really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Let's go to the next question. The next question is, who wrote the letter from Birmingham jail? Who wrote the letter from Birmingham jail? I'm looking on Facebook. I'm looking on Instagram. Who wrote the letter from Birmingham jail? Nobody has it. All right, Musadik again, MLK. Musadik again with the first answer, MLK. The answer is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Musadik is racking up. Here we go. This is a fairly easy one that's coming up for you. This is a fairly easy one that's coming up for you. Here we go. On the next one. Are we ready? What was Muhammad Ali's original name? What was Muhammad Ali's original name? Muhammad Ali's original name. Do-dee-da-dee, do-dee-doo, do. Cassius Clay, Miami Gardens now. Miami Gardens now. Cassius Clay. We'll give that to Miami Gardens now. That's who came up first. Miami Gardens now. Cassius Clay was Muhammad Ali's original name. The answer was Cassius Clay. All right, here we go. We're going to get ready. Come on, Facebook. We got to catch up, Facebook. Instagram is really laying it down. Instagram is laying it down. Who wrote the 1903 book, The Souls of Black Folks? Who wrote the 1903 book, The Souls of Black Folks? Come on, Facebook. I know you guys can come through. Come on, Facebook. Who wrote the 1903 book, The Souls of Black Folk? I'm going to hit the music again. W.E.B. Du Bois. Miami Gardens now. Miami Gardens now. Miami Gardens now on Instagram. Miami Gardens now on Instagram. All right. Look at you coming through. All right, here we go. William Edward Burghardt Du Bois wrote The Souls of Black Folks in 1903. All right, we're moving on. Moving on to our next question. What famous Supreme Court case in 1896 declared that segregation was legal and constitutional as long as separate facilities were separate but equal? But we know it was not equal. But what was that decision that came down from the Supreme Court? Facebook, Instagram. Oh, Plessy Ferguson, Miami Gardens now again. Miami Gardens now again has won. Miami Gardens now again. That decision was the Plessy v. Ferguson decision. Plessy v. Ferg decision. Miami Gardens now is really ahead, really pushing. Hello over here, Hester Samuels. I see that you said W.B. Du Bois. I'm waiting for Facebook to catch up. Facebook got to catch up because Instagram is laying it down. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is a local one now. Let's see who really got it. I'm going to tell my staff, please do not put the answer. Let's see who can pull this answer out. What year was the Lyric Theater built in Miami? What year was the Lyric Theater in Miami built? What year? Let's see who can pull that out. Let's see. Jeopardy Noir. Who knows their local history? What year was the Lyric Theater built in Miami? We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. Oscar Brandon says 1904. It wasn't 1904. No, it wasn't 1913. Miami Gardens now. 1913 is that answer. Miami Gardens now. Do you want to tell us who your name is? Because Facebook said they think they have a lag. If you have a lag on Facebook, maybe shift over to our Instagram page. Our Instagram page is Balt South Florida. That's BAHLTSOFLO. Balt South Florida is our Instagram. So if you have a lag on Facebook, please join us on Instagram if it's moving just a little bit faster. All right, 1913, and that went to Miami Gardens Now. Miami Gardens Now was really doing it. Now, here's the next question. Are you ready? During Reconstruction, most African Americans joined what political party? During Reconstruction, most African Americans joined what political party? During Reconstruction, what? Okay, let's see. During Reconstruction, most African. Javo, you can't answer. Javo, you work for the Black Archives, but I see Miami Gardens Now again. Miami Gardens Now. Who are you, Miami Gardens Now? It was the Republican Party. Yes, it was the party of Abraham Lincoln. Most black people joined the Republican Party because it seems as though the Republican Party was caring more for African Americans, while the Democratic Party was filtering for other people. The Republican Party is that answer. Now, here's the next question. Are we ready? This is a local question. Let's see who has been watching Netflix. Who has been watching Netflix? So here we go. What hotel did Muhammad Ali meet Malcolm X in after winning the heavyweight championship against Sonny Liston? What hotel did Muhammad Ali meet Malcolm X in after winning the heavyweight championship against Sonny Liston? Let's see. I see an answer there, Hampton, but I need the full answer. I still don't see the full answer. I need the full answer. You're saying Hampton, but it was Hampton what? I need the full answer. I see Hampton. Hampton what? Nobody has got it yet. Hampton what? Somebody give it to me, please. I'm waiting. Everybody's saying Hampton, but Hampton what? Hampton House. Miss Pat Brainan just got the answer. It was the Hampton House. Hampton House. It was the Hampton House, located on Northwest 27th Avenue. The Hampton House initially was the Booker Terrace Motel. The name changed to the Hampton House in Brownsville. It was the Hampton House. All right, that went to Miss Pat Brainan. I still see you over here on Facebook. I hope you're hanging in there. I hope you're catching up. Hope you guys enjoying. Invite your friends. Invite your friends to join in with us as we do this. Invite your friends. Please share. Here we go. What Florida college participated in the Orange Blossom Classic? It's coming back again. But what Florida college participated in the Orange Blossom Classic? I'm waiting. I need to get, next time we're going to have the music on. So we have anybody. What Florida college participated in the Orange Blossom Classic? We're waiting. Florida A&M University is correct. Florida A&M University. And actually, Mr. Brandon had a typo, but it's all right. Florida A&M University, FAMU. It was FAMU. Thank you, Mr. Brandon. We'll get that. We will get that. We'll get that answer, get that question. That goes to Mr. Oscar Brandon. Now, here we are. Here's the next one. Are you ready? What year did the Black Archives become an established organization? Nobody from the Black Archives can answer this question. What year did the Black Archives in Miami become an established organization? Who is that? No, you can't answer. Black Archives staff cannot answer. That question is voided because Lewis, who was the archivist, answered the question. It was 1977. We're throwing that question out of the door because Lewis, who was the assistant archivist, answered the question. It was 1977. 1977. All right, here's our next one. Local history. Here we go. Between 1896 and 1926, a large population of black Miami was made up of what ethnic group? A large population of black Miami was made of what ethnic group? Do we got it on Facebook or do we have it on Instagram? Bahamas, yes. Miami Gardens now. Miami Gardens now. Whoever you are, Miami Gardens now, your internet is very fast. Miami Gardens now did answer that question. It was the Bahamian population occupied. A large population of Bahamians came over from the islands that helped to build Miami. You had a lot of African Americans from the north that came with a train, but it was a lot of the Bahamians that were coming over to Miami way before Flagler was here and trading with the Native Americans. But they were the ones that were the experts at dredging all of this wetland in order to become what we are today as Miami. Here's an easy one. I think this is fairly easy, this next one. Fairly easy. It is fairly easy. Okay. Who is considered the father of black history? Who is considered the father of black history? Who is considered the father of black history? The father of black history. The father of black history. I'm waiting for Facebook. I'm waiting for Instagram. Who is considered the father of black history? Carter G. Woodson is the answer. By Tanya Oprah. Carter G. Woodson is the answer. Tanya, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tanya Oprah on Instagram answered that correctly. Tanya answered that correctly. It is Carter G. Woodson. Thank you so much. Here we go. We're moving on to our next one. Jazz started in New Orleans. Did jazz start in New Orleans? Anyone can tell me that. Did jazz start in New Orleans? True or false? Jazz. We're waiting. Cordelia, what is that? Cordelia. She said, yes, that is true. Jazz music originated out of New Orleans. Jazz music is black music. Jazz music was created by people of color. Jazz music, however you see it now, by other cultures, but jazz music started from the black culture. It was created in New Orleans. That was a jazz-infused sound with that Creole music that established, that came over from Africa. So that answer is true. Next question. And I know who's going to get this one. What neighborhood did Bahamian businessman E.F.W. Sturp help to build? What neighborhood did Bahamian businessman E.W.F. Sturp help build? What neighborhood was that? E.W.F. Sturp. He helped build this neighborhood. Well-known neighborhood. Going through some... that's right. Musa Deep got it. The Grove. That's right. It was Coconut Grove. Musa Deep, I knew you was going to get that answer, man. If you didn't win that Musa Deep, bruh, I don't know what I was going to say. But yes, Coconut Grove, that went to Musa Deep, House of Wings. Coconut Grove is the answer. Now, here's another one. Are we ready? I hope we're doing good on time. Are we ready? What town in Florida did a massacre occur because of a rumor that began that a black man assaulted a white woman? What town in Florida did a massacre occur because of a rumor began that a black man assaulted a white woman? What? Again, what town in Florida did? No, not Stanford, not Miami. Rosewood, Hester. Facebook finally got it. Hester Samuels. Rosewood is the answer. Facebook, you're not lagging too bad. Facebook got it. Miss Hester, Elaine Samuels in Facebook, that answer is correct. It was, somebody put every town, and that's very true too. Mr. Brandon, every town is very true. But in this particular case, the answer was Rosewood. Here's the next one. What well-known book by Zora Neale Hurston is set in Edenville, Florida? What well-known book by Zora Neale Hurston is set in Edenville, Florida? What well-known book by Zora Neale Hurston is set in Edenville, Florida? Facebook, do you have it? Instagram. There we go. I Am Christine's B. Their eyes were watching God. I Am Christine B has the answer. I Am Christine B has the answer. Their eyes were watching God. Here we go. Next one. Next one. Looking at the time, we're still good on time. We got about 5 minutes. In what American city did the bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church that killed 4 young black girls take place? In what American city did the bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church that killed 4 young black girls, what city did that take place in? Facebook, are you with us? Birmingham. We have to get at the Miami Gardens now. Birmingham. Musadik, you said Alabama. That was a state. But Birmingham. Birmingham first came from Miami Gardens Now. On Instagram, Miami Gardens Now got that particular answer. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on to the next question. Who was one of Miami's most prominent black businessmen during the 1920s? I know we're going to answer this. I know everybody's going to come in and chime in on this. Who was one of Miami's most prominent black businessmen during the 1920s? Prominent black businessmen during the 1920s. Do I get it on Instagram? Do I have it on Facebook? Dorsey. Dorsey. All right. All right. Cordelia. Cordelia. The answer is Dana Albert Dorsey. Now, I see that lag, Miss Hester, Miss Samuels. It is a little lag, but we're going to see if we can work that out. It was Dana Dorsey. Now, this is going to get you. Are you ready? Here we go. This one is a fight, and we might have a little conversation about this particular question and the answer to this, because I would be surprised if someone really can answer this. But here we go. What is the oldest black church congregation in Miami? What is the oldest black church congregation in Miami? The oldest black church congregation in Miami. What is the oldest black church congregation in Miami? We are waiting. Wait, who do we have? Okay, yeah, you're right. It's in the Grove. You put Bethel, Oscar. We'll talk about that in a second, Mr. Brandon. But I'm still waiting. Musadik did give you a Macedonia. Cordelia, you did it correctly. It is Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Coconut Grove. Musadik did say it was in the Grove, and it was in the Grove. Now, interesting enough, Mr. Brandon said Bethel AME. Now, this is the argument that we have about this, and I'm going to give you the little background story on who is the oldest church. Well, Miami was incorporated in 1896, and when Miami incorporated in 1896, they didn't include Coconut Grove. Coconut Grove wasn't a part of the city of Miami. So all of the history of Miami states that Bethel AME and Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church were the first churches in Miami in 1896. But that's only because Coconut Grove was not a part of the city of Miami as of yet. Coconut Grove was then annexed into the city of Miami because Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church was the oldest church. It predated the city of Miami in 1896. And definitely they take the claim as being the oldest church in Miami. But the argument goes back and forth because Coconut Grove wasn't a part of Miami in 1896. So here's the next one. I'm good on time. We got 1 minute and we're going to wrap this up. Huey Newton. and Bobby Seale were the co-founders of what black political organization? Huey Newton and Bobby Seale was a part of what political organization? What black political organization? The Black Panther Party. Yes, that's right. Mosadeq was in first. The Black Panther Party is that answer. The Black Panther Party. Now, I'm going to throw in one more before we begin to close out this week's of Jeopardy Noir. Here we are with the last question that we're going to answer for the day. I want to make sure everybody's okay, everybody's on. Here is the last question of the day. Name the black-owned Miami-based news publication that has been operating since 1923. That has been operating since 1923. Has been operating since 1923. The Miami Times. I am Christine B. is correct. She came in first with the Miami Times. So, listen, we are excited about this opportunity to come into your living rooms, to come into your homes, to offer you some type of outlet at the Black Archives, the different things that we're doing to try to get your minds off of it. I mean, we could have went probably a whole hour doing this Jeopardy. It was amazing. But we're going to look forward to next week. We're going to look forward to next week at the same time at 2 p.m. With our Jeopardy. We're going to do this as long as we are stuck in our homes. We're reminding everyone. Thank you, Mosadeq. We really appreciate you coming on. Thank you, Miss Brandon. Thank you, Miss Samuels. I'm calling out a couple of names that I see. Miami Gardens now. It would be great to know who exactly you are. Mr. Brandon. We're excited about doing this. Cordelia, we appreciate it. If we can do this more, we will. The Jeopardy, I had a great time doing this, and we have a lot of questions. So tell your friends next week, Wednesday at 2 p.m. I see you, Kayla Dixon, on Facebook. We're going to do this again, Jeopardy Noir. The Black Archives is putting out some exciting programming virtually so that you can take your mind off of the news, media that is hitting the same thing. Shout out to my Tuskegee U fam. Okay, Kayla Dixon. She's saying hello to all her Tuskegee friends. So we want you to log in tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow, we are doing this with, hold on, let me get my schedule together so I can see. Tomorrow will be Legacies. Legacies happen. I'm going to put this on our screen. Legacies happen tomorrow. It's flipped. It's going to be flipped on there. Yeah, it's going to be flipped, so I ain't going to put it on there. Legacies, which is profiles in greatness. This will be done with Louis Berthen. He will be doing this tomorrow at 1 p.m. Louis Berthen, our assistant archivist, he'll be doing Legacies, talking about profiles and greatness. And Friday, I invite you guys to join me on Friday at 12 noon. We're going to be doing virtual field trips. So if you have some kids at home that you want to see this, we still haven't coordinated how we're going to do the field trips. Might be just me and a selfie stick. But we want to, we'll be doing virtual field trips to historical landmarks around Miami, starting with Overtown, kind of giving you some background and conversation on those particular. That will be at 12 noon on Friday. So if your kids are home, join in. We look forward to having you. And we also want to have you on Saturday. Camila Pritchett, she will be having story times in color. Camila Pritchett, she'll be reading. This is our Safer at Home series that we're doing for the Black Archives. Her event starts at 11 o'clock on Saturday. Story time in color. I believe, is going to be reading some popular black books, sharing with the audience. We definitely appreciate it. And we'll be back after Saturday. We'll be back at it on Monday with the Is It True? With our archivist, Is It True? Tales from the Magic City. She did some amazing things. Her conversation topic was the Lyric Theater. We have a lot of people out there that talks about all of these people that performed at the Lyric Theater, Count Basie, Sam Cooke, and all these people. And every time I hear that, it makes me kind of swerve because these people did not perform at the Lyric Theater. These people performed at Overtown. They performed in Overtown. You got to understand that the density of Overtown was building after building with no space. So you had the Lyric Theater, you had the Reno Bar, and then you went straight to the Rockland Palace. All of these buildings were connected all the way down to the Harlem Square Club, to the Mary Elizabeth, as well as the Sir John. And these performers that came to Miami, they performed at these clubs that were in these venues. The Lyric Theater was really a cultural arts venue. It was a cultural arts venue. People like Langston Hughes read poetry from here. Du Bois presented papers. Marian Anderson, they sang from the stage. This was more of the performing arts culture or anchor to Overtown. And we just wanted to set the record straight for people that are saying, oh, all these people performed. It wasn't like the Apollo. This was more cultural arts. It served a little differently how Miami's intellectuals operated because they had a venue that had performing arts rather than just a juke joint or a chicken circuit facility. So Jocelyn is attacking a lot of these misnomers that are being produced and being put out there by people who just speak just to speak sometimes. But we want to set the record straight and be true about the things that we're doing. We also have Today in Black History with on Tuesdays at 11 o'clock with Alicia Melton, who's new on staff. She's from North Carolina Central University, a major in MLS studies. She's on board with us, and she's doing Today in Black History. This past Tuesday, she talked about Billie Holiday in Miami, Lady Day, Billie Holiday in Miami, and her time at the Georgette's Tea Room. So, and then we'll be back again Wednesday with Jeopardy Noir. So we hope that you follow us, you tell somebody about us, you tell them what we're doing here. We're trying to promote this area because once we come out of this, we want to make sure everybody comes out safe. We want to make sure that people don't forget about the Black Archives, don't forget about Overtown. Again, I pointed out Musadik and the work that they're doing to make sure people are, the restaurant is open and is safe. I've been there. Things are still happening in Overtown, and we want people to kind of know about what we're doing, as well as Black Miami, to be educated about what we're doing and what's happening. So thank you so much for being here. We appreciate everything that you're doing. I want to appreciate my staff that has been wonderful. The archives made it easy to find these questions and make sure we present. We have more questions, so next week, get your study on, because we're really going to crank it up and get some harder questions and see who all will participate, see who all would come aboard and play this Jeopardy with us. So past episodes, thank you, Ms. Pritchett. My staff is always keeping me on point. Past episodes can be found on our YouTube page, the Black Archives Historic Lyric Theater. We have a YouTube page. We are posting these activities, these virtual sessions on our YouTube page. I see you, Comedian Munchie. Thank you for joining us. We hope that when Glass House come back in, we'll have you in Miami after we get through all of this Corona and COVID-19. But we are excited. We're looking forward to having you. Thank you so much. Enjoy, and we'll see you next week on Jeopardy Noir. And I'll see those of you with me on Friday for the virtual tours. Haven't decided where we're touring to, so join us and be surprised. Thank you so much. Take care. Take care.